Okay, guys. So I just wanted to tell you a little story. I just wanted to talk about my day for a little bit because it was such an ironic day. This day was ridiculous. I swear, this day was one of the funniest days I've had in such a long time. So yesterday, I was driving home from work, and my tire completely ran out of air. It was like the hubcap kind of came off, and all the air leaked out, and it fucked up. But I was really close to home, so I limped on it for like half a block. I know I probably shouldn't have done that, but I had to get home. So I limped on it for like half a block, and I pulled into the driveway, and I was like, whatever, that tire is screwed. Whatever, I don't have time. I'll look at it in the morning. So I did what I normally do. I went out throughout my day and I made videos and I played some video games and I watched Funhouse videos and I genuinely tried to relax because I was a little bit stressed out. And then it was around 2 or 3 in the morning. I was like, I should probably go change that tire because I know for a fact I'm going to be too lazy to do it in the morning. So I went outside and I got all my crap together and I opened up my trunk and I have a spare tire in there. But the spare tire, it's not brand new. It's been used before. It's actually the tire that I took off last time because it went flat. But since that day, me and my dad plugged it. Can't remember what it's called, but we plugged it. We put the gunk in there and it makes the tire pretty good. Like, it's actually able to be used again. So we plugged the holes that were in it because I ran over a nail with that one. And I just threw it in the trunk. I was like, forget about it. The tire that's on there now is fine. I don't need to change any tires, but just in case I have this one for later. So I'm outside. Like I said, I opened up my trunk and I pulled out that tire, which was completely flat. It had absolutely no air in it. But I have a pump in my car. So I started filling that up with air. And in the meantime, I had to go over to my dad's car to get the jack and the crowbar because when I bought my car, it didn't come with a jack or a crowbar because I got screwed over. So I start jacking up my car and I take the tire off, which was fucking pain in the ass. It was stuck. And then I put this new tire on and it's filled with air and I'm like, okay, cool, we're good. We're good. Everything's good. I lower the jack, I put it away. I come upstairs, I wash my hands because they were black. And then I go to bed. So I'm laying in bed and I can't breathe because I did a little bit of physical activity in the rain and it messed with my asthma and my allergies. So I went to take my inhaler, but it was empty. I was like, it's still empty. I have no inhaler medicine. I'm dying. But it's whatever. I've been living my whole life with it. So I'm like, alright, I know what the feeling of not being able to breathe is like. Whatever. I'll push through it. It's fine. Who needs oxygen anyways? Oxygen's for bitches. So I wake up in the morning, not really feeling like P. Diddy, as Kesha says, and I go downstairs. I fill the tire up with a little bit more air because I didn't fill it all the way yesterday. And then I drove to work, and everything was completely fine, except for the fact that I was really low on gas in my bank account. I have $0.00 until Friday, which is, at this point, 5 days away. And the reason why is because I used the last $3.30 I had to just fill up the car with gasoline. Problem with this is, one, $3.30 isn't a lot of gas because I live in Cook County. And two, my car has a gas leak. So overnight, majority of the gas leaked out. Normally it doesn't leak out too bad, but I guess when there's not that much gas in there, it leaks out quicker. Or I don't know what happened, but majority of it leaked out. So I'm like, this low on gas. Currently, I'm still that low on gas. But anyways, I get to work, I park my car, I go inside, I work my full shift. I'm stressed the fuck out. So near the end of my shift, a lady calls me and she's like, look, I really need trial contact lenses. I work in an optical center. I work at a LensCrafters. She was like, I really need trial contact lenses. I bought contacts from this LensCrafters, but they were closed. Can I please come get some trial lenses from you? I'll be there in 20 minutes. And I felt bad for her because her prescription was pretty high, and I know that she definitely wouldn't be able to see without them. So I was like, fine. So I stayed a little bit longer and tried to be a nice guy, and I gave her the trial contact lenses. And then we walked out together, honestly. She stopped at the door, and I continued on to my car. And I saw, well, my tire is completely flat. Great. So I start filling up my tire with air. While doing so, I hear that it has a little bit of a leak in it. Not too bad to where it will leak all out in an instance like the other tire, but it does leak out through like an 8-hour period, which is okay. But the problem with this was, I really needed to fill the air or fill the tire with air, excuse me. But I didn't have a lot of gasoline, so I didn't want to have the car running while I filled it up, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it home and ask my dad for some change to put inside of my car. Or not to put the change in my car, I'm not a dumbass, the gasoline. Ooh. So I did all that. It took around 10 to 15 minutes, and the whole time I didn't even consider what was to happen next. So I get in my car, it's all good. I sit down and I go to start the car, and because I used all that energy while filling up the tire with the compressor, I drained my battery. So it goes, and then nothing fucking happens. Nothing happens at all. The battery is dead, and I'm like, son of a bitch. So not only do I have the gas leak, and I have no gasoline, the tire is leaking air, the battery doesn't work, my brake line fluid is leaking, and the brakes don't work, so I have to have the foot on one, and I have to have the foot on one brake so I don't get a ticket from the cops because the taillights don't work either. And I'm like, how am I gonna get home? I need to get home. And I was panicking. So I got out, I stood out of the car for a little, and I was just leaning against it, clearly frazzled. And now the lady, my phone was basically dead, so I couldn't call anybody. The lady drives past me, and I tried to wave her down, and she just waved at me. Like, she was like, bye, thank you for the contact lenses. And I was trying to ask her if I could use her phone, but she just thought I was waving goodbye. So she was like, and I was like, bye, please come help me. And so I was like, whatever. So I reached for my inner Catholic, and I prayed as hard as I could to my Lord and Savior, Jeebus Crispies. And I put the key back in the ignition, and I turned it one more time, and the car fired up. Thank God the car fired up. I was so happy. I was like, whoo! I sounded like the Pillsbury Doughboy right there. So I can't breathe. I'm driving home on this tire that's leaking air. My taillights are out. It's raining, so I have no traction. I'm pretty sure I'm about to die, but I make it all the way home with almost no gasoline left, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I made it home. And I'm kind of scared in the morning to even consider driving to the gas station, because I don't know if I'll make it, to be quite honest, because granted it is right around the corner, but there's not a lot of gas left in the car. If you're wondering why the laugh is squeaky, it's because I can't breathe. Oh man, I'm not upset at all. I actually think this is kind of a funny situation. I think it's a really ironic situation that I get to look back at when I'm older, like, oh yeah, children, well back in my day, I drove on a car that didn't have brakes, it barely had wheels, it didn't have gasoline, and there was a dildo in my butthole the whole time. I don't know where the dildo part came from, but whatever. Tomorrow I'm gonna go to Jules, and I'm gonna exchange all this cash in, go buy an inhaler, and then get some gasoline. We'll do that part first, and then hopefully we'll be out of there and we'll be good until Friday when I get paid. And you can believe that a lot of that money is going to a new car. This Chevy Cobalt's bullshit. That's it, guys. It was just a funny little video. I just wanted to tell you about my day because it was such a funny day. It was all over the place. So ironic in so many different levels. And I don't know, it was kind of a funny day. So thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you all enjoyed the video. Please feel free to let me know what you thought of the video down below. And until last time, I'm Avenged One. I'm Avenged One. I'm Avenged One. I don't know why I said that 3 times.